Hello everyone, welcome to EduTerrain and a warm good evening to you all. So it's been long time that we have met live because even before that almost a gap of 1 to 2 months owing to my ill health and all that now. But now the notification has been released for both RBI and NABARD. So we have to pace up. Though I was not taking the sessions on YouTube and all, I have been uploading or updating the content regularly. So current affairs, we are almost up to date for all the courses that I have launched. Some very less content is there, that is especially current affairs of ESI and what you will say this one ARD, that is little bit pending, that also today I am going to upload, so that is sorted. And the rest more than 20 the entire ESI static part I have already uploaded. Okay, only the revision is left, so that will be doing slowly, आराम से खेलते खेलते वो भी हो जाएगा. Simultaneously, since I have already uploaded the current affairs of ES and all that, we will be doing the revision part, that is MCQs and all that of this in the next 1 month. And later ARD ka 30 to 40% we have already done, the rest will be doing in the next 20 days. उसके बाद तो हम लोग रिवीजन ही करेंगे ARD का भी. So everything is in place, especially merit sections for which EduTerrain is offering various courses. Everything is up to date. So now with this introduction, let me start today's session. That is now I'm back. So we'll be now continuously having our YouTube sessions, app sessions, especially related to our schemes and reports part, because this is what that is one of the most important aspects when it comes to regular current affairs and ESI and ARD. Okay, yes, so today as part of that we are going to see the World Population Prospects Report for the year 2024, which has been released very recently. Okay, on World Population Day, July में ही ये release हुआ है. And the applicability of this report is for regular current affairs, wherein it would be important under important reports and indices for phase 1, and for ESI current affairs and again under the important reports and indices for phase 1 and phase 2 both. Okay, hope you are able to hear my voice properly. Let me check. Yes, it is clear, not bad. These are my credentials. You can go through it later as well. As you all know me, I have been into this coaching for more than 6 plus, now it's 7 plus years. Now coming to World Population Prospects Report. Now, this has been released on the World Population Day this year, that is on July 11th. This July 11th is celebrated as World Population Day every year to raise awareness of global population issues. Now, this was established by the Governing Council of UN Development Program. UNDP ने launch किया था 1989 में पहली बार. Now, the theme, whenever we talk about the most important national and international days, we celebrate this, for national and international days, theme is very important. Theme or sometimes a slogan or hashtag, ऐसा कुछ भी रहता है तो that would be important. So, in this case, the theme for World Population Day 2024 is Empowering Youth for a Sustainable Future. Now, this theme emphasizes the critical role that young people play in achieving sustainable development goals that we have to achieve by the year 2030. Yes, Anulekha. ओके, स्ट्रैटेजी फॉर नाबार्ड, ये एक और स्टूडेंट ने भी पूछा था, उसमें मैंने टेलीग्राम में भी कई वो आया था, एंड देन मुझे पर्सनली भी कई सारे क्वेश्चंस आ रहे थे, हाउ टू प्रिपेयर. सो ऑलरेडी मैंने एक छोटा सा स्ट्रैटेजी मतलब हाउ टू गो अहेड विद दिस एग्ज़ाम वो मैंने प्रिपेयर किया है. आई विल बी मोस्टली अपडेटिंग दैट वीडियो बाय टुमारो, क्योंकि उसमें कई सारे वो बनाना था, दैट्स व्हाई वाज टेकिंग टाइम. और ऑन द अदर हैंड आई वॉज अपडेटिंग, अगर कुछ पेंडिंग वर्क ऐसा कुछ है तो वॉज अपडेटिंग ऑल द कोर्सेज. सो मैं उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा एंगेज थी. सो बाय टुमारो यू विल बी गेटिंग दैट वीडियो. यू विल हैव हाउ टू प्रिपेयर फॉर ARD, हाउ टू प्रिपेयर फॉर ESI एंड हाउ टू प्रिपेयर फॉर करंट अफेयर्स इन 30 days. ओके, yes, hope Anulekha, that's okay. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, related to the preparation or the content, etc., you can always ask me in any of the live sessions. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Once this content, this session is over, and anyways, I'll be giving 10 to 15 minutes exclusively for the question answer section only. So during that time, we can discuss whatever queries you have regarding your preparation, regarding my content, all. Okay. Yes, now coming to the population reports. See, there are three leading institutes currently which are producing the global population projections. Okay, one we know that is UN, United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, that is UNDESA, that releases the world population prospects to every year. That is a report every year. So that we have seen. So here for the year 2024, what they have to say is the world population would be in the range of 9 to 11.4 billion with a probability of 95%. मतलब उतना accurate होगा करके. Now there is another one, that is Wittgenstein Center for Demography and Human Capital. What they have to say, they have released their report in 2023. As per them, world population is close to 9.9 billion. Okay, and this institute is in Vienna, Australia. Vienna का जो यूनिवर्सिटी है उनके साथ ये टाई अप में है, Vienna, Austria, वहाँ पे है ये. So this also gives a report on world population. And the third is the Institute for Mental Metrics and Evaluation, that is IHMA. Now this is in Seattle, USA. Okay, this also releases on a timely basis or in a phased manner the population report. So as per them, the global population is 8.8 billion, ranging from 6.8 billion to 11.8 billion with a probability of 95% in 2100. इतना होगा करके वो बोल रहे हैं. And it is 1.4 billion or 14% lower than what that is predicted by the UN. Okay. So this is about the three global population reports that are released, of which currently we'll be looking into this, and ये हमारे लिए सबसे important है because this is the one such report which is accepted by majority of the countries in the world. Okay. Now what does this report has to say? Coming to the World Population Prospects Report 2024. Now this is the 28th edition of the official estimates and projections of the global population, published by UNDESA, that is United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. उसमें भी उनका एक division है, population division, वो publish करता है, and since 1951 it is that is since then it is being published. The estimates are based on all available sources of data on population sizes, levels of fertility, mortality and international migration for 237 countries or areas. So they take up this. How do the estimates come? Only when we have prior data, right? So based on that, the prior data related to population size, levels of fertility, mortality, international migration, movement also, that also they have to consider final population के लिए. For 237 countries they look into that. And for the first time this time World Population Prospects presents probabilistic projections of net international migration as well. That is a movement of people एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे, that also they have taken up, and this they have done for the first time this year only in World Population Prospects Report 2024. In addition, it includes all demographic indicators and population estimates and projections by single years of age, sex and calendar year as in 2022 revision, which they have done. Okay. Now this year they have organized this report in 4 parts, each of which describes the most likely trends in population size change, age structure from 2024 to 2100. So timeline तो ये हो गया. And then based on the most likely trends of the population size, they have taken up they have divided this into 4 parts. अब वो 4 parts क्या है वो एक बार देख लेंगे. Part 1 looks into the global trends and introduces the concept of population peak timing is used throughout to summarize the timing of demographic transition for different locations. तो इसमें क्या है, कौन सा ऐसा कंट्री है जहाँ पे that will have its peak population, when that would happen, एंड व्हाट इज़ अ डेमोग्राफिक ट्रांजिशन, वहाँ पे डेमोग्राफिक का किस तरह से है, ओल्ड एज पीपल ज़्यादा है, दैट इज़ डिपेंडेंट ज़्यादा है या फिर यूथ ज़्यादा है, बिकॉज दैट ऑल्सो विल हेल्प अस अंडरस्टैंडिंग द डेमोग्राफिक डिविडेंड, right? That also will help us understanding how the economic situation of the country can be, right? More the number of youth, obviously more the working, more number of working hands, so that they look into. Part 2 focuses on countries with population that have already peaked in size, already unka ho gaya hai, like your China, Germany, Japan, Russian Federation, etc. They have looked into their data here. Part 3 examines population trends for countries with populations projected to peak between 2025 and 2024. यहाँ पे कौन से कंट्रीज को उन्होंने सजेस्ट किया है, लाइक ब्राज़ील, ईरान, तुर्की, वियतनाम एक्सेट्रा. नाउ पार्ट 4 में आता है इंडिया. ओवरव्यू ऑफ दोज कंट्रीज पॉपुलेशंस दैट आर लाइकली टू कंटिन्यू ग्रोइंग थ्रू 2054, potentially reaching a peak later in century or beyond 2100. Though they are already peaking, but still उनका और भी स्कोप है बढ़ने का. So in that comes India. India, Indonesia, Nigeria, Pakistan and the USA fall in this part. Okay, now based on this report they have come up with a 10-pointer summary. तो मैंने क्या किया है, I have taken that 10 pointers only and उन 10 pointers में उन्होंने majorly facts and figures कुछ only facts highlight किया था. So I have taken the figures also from the main report and incorporated into this, so that it would be easy for you to know, to study only the most important parts or points associated with this report. Okay, so the first pointer that they have highlighted was the world's population is likely to peak within the current century. So they are saying that the world's population is expected to continue growing for another 50 or 60 years, reaching a peak of around 10.3 billion people in the mid 2080s, up from what we are today at 8.2 billion, that is in 2024. And what they have to say is once it peaks, this 10.3 billion jo peak ho jayega, after that it will gradually come down, okay, by the end of the century. This is what the projection has to say. And the size of the world's population in 2100 is now expected to be 6% smaller, or about 700 million people fewer than anticipated a decade ago. A decade ago हम लोग सोच रहे थे whatever might be the population, it would be plus 700 million. Now उतना कम रहेगा. That's what we are saying. First point. Second point है उनका, 1 in 4 people globally they already live in country whose population has already peaked in size, जो current population का है. So in 63 countries and areas containing 28% of the world population in 2024, the size of the population peaked before 2024, like your China and various other countries, Russian Federation, etc. that we have highlighted earlier. In 48 countries and areas with 10% of the world's total population in 2024, population size is projected to peak between 2025 and 24, जो second and third part में आते हैं. Okay, in 126 countries and areas, the population is likely to continue growth through 2054, potentially reaching a peak later in the century or beyond 2100. अब इस list में आता है हमारा India. Okay, and this particular group includes several of the world's most populous countries like India, Indonesia, Nigeria, Pakistan and the United States of America. And already India is the country which has the highest population currently. Now the third point that they have highlighted in that report is the women today bear one child fewer on an average than they did around 1990, not too far. Just 20 years back की ही बात हो रही, 20 plus years, yes 30 years, yes 30 plus years. Okay, so currently the global fertility rate stands at 2.3 live births per woman, down from 3.3 births in 1990. Okay, ये data हमारा इंडिया का है, so I'll tell that also. More than half of the all countries and areas globally have fertility below 2.1 births per woman, that is the replacement level. जो fertility ratio 2.1 है, that is also called the replacement level ratio, that is जितना we are losing due to mortality etc. उतना हम लोग replace भी कर रहे हैं. So there is a balance in the population, ना तो कम हो रहा है ना तो ज़्यादा हो रहा है. So we are saying that world में more than half of all the countries have already achieved this replacement level. Okay. Now this level is required for population to maintain a constant size in long run without any migration. अब इंडिया का क्या हाल? इंडिया also has already reached the replacement level long back, and along but few states still they have a fertility ratio higher than the replacement level, where we are working on how to balance that out. उसके लिए कई सारे programs हमने launch किए and they are being run. Okay. Now when we look at the National Family Health Survey reports, it seems that जो reproductive period है Indian women का, that has been reducing. That is, proportion of women in 40 to 49 age group, they are ending childbearing. That is, in 30 years only they are trying to take up this childbearing, and as you can see here, 40 years and 30 years. Okay, they are ending it here itself, not more than that. So here the median age at last birth, it is 27.6, जो बहुत कम है पहले से जब चेक करेंगे तो. Okay, now next important key point that they have highlighted in the report is about the early childbearing has harmful effects on young mothers and their children. It seems that in 2024, 4.7 million babies, or 3.5% of the total worldwide, were born to mothers under 18, and some 3,40,000 babies were born to girls under age 15. Now this has one of the most serious consequences on the health and well-being of both the young mothers as well as their children. Like mothers के लिए education interrupted, maternal mortality, premature birth, बच्चों के लिए, and stillbirth, health risks भी हो सकते हैं in future. So all these they have highlighted in the report. The next important point or key point that they have highlighted is during the COVID-19 pandemic, we have experienced that the global life expectancy went down, but now it is rising once again owing to the improving health facilities and other facilities in the world. So globally, life expectancy at birth reached 73.3 years in 2024, which is an increase of 8.4 years since 1995. जो बीच में कम हो गया था, 69 to 70 के आसपास हुआ था ड्यूरिंग द पैंडमिक टाइम. ऑलमोस्ट 2019 के एंड से 2021 इट ऑल वेंट डाउन एक्चुअली, वाइल इंक्रीज होते होते नीचे हो गया था, बट नाउ अगेन इट इज़ ऑन एन इंक्रीजिंग ट्रेंड. Further reductions in mortality are projected to result on an average longevity of around 77.4 years globally in 2054. ये दोनों ही figures बहुत ज़्यादा important है. Okay. In 2023, the number of deaths among children under age 5 fell below 5 million for the first time in the recent history. So this also has happened, and as I've said again, increasing facilities and all that for the people. Okay, however, 95% of such deaths took place in the 126 countries with populations that are still growing, including Democratic Republic of Congo, India. That's why इसमें मैंने bold किया है, Nigeria, Pakistan. So जितने भी deaths among the children under age 5, they are 95% of such deaths have been reported from 126 countries, and that उसमें सबसे highest है Democratic Republic of Congo, India, Nigeria and Pakistan से. So highlighted. Why? This is India का. Yes, good evening, officer's choice. Now next important point. The main driver of global population increase through mid-century. This will become the momentum created by the growth in the past. So global population जो अभी हम लोग सोच रहे हैं कि it's already peaked, and in few countries it will peak in future. और भी है जो different parts में जो हम study किया है. So they are saying that for which momentum has already been created in the past. It's not that it is happening all of a sudden. Already momentum has been created for that, because of which it is increasing. Okay, the number of women at ages 15 to 49 is projected to grow from nearly 2 billion in 2024 to a peak of 2.2 billion in late 2050s, driving continued growth even if the number of births for women falls to replacement level. So here, since the number of women aged between 15 to 49, which is considered as the good reproductive phase, okay, now they are saying that it is going to peak to 2.2 billion in the late 2050s. So during that time, even if the number of births per woman will fall to replacement level, अभी कितना है, अभी हमने देखा था ना 2.3%, where we have seen, yes, 2.3 live births per woman. Now this अगर replacement level पे भी गिर गया, उससे कम भी हुआ है तो no problem. Why? Because the women ages 15 to 49 are going to peak during that time between 2000 in the late 2050s. Today's youthful age structure, product of past growth, we have said no, momentum created last, will account for 79% of the population increase through 2054, adding about 1.4 billion people. So अभी जो youth structure है या फिर जो children structure है, that they will add to this growing population. This is what this sentence has to say. Countries with youthful populations and declining fertility have a limited time to benefit economically from an increasing concentration of population in the working ages. See, though youthful population hai, but at the same time we are talking about declining fertility. So that will obviously at one point of time will add to increasing dependent population, right? So in about 100 countries or areas, the working age population between 20 and 64 years will grow through 2054, offering a window of opportunity known as the demographic dividend. This would happen in about 100 countries or areas, not all. Okay. Now by 2080, persons aged 65 or older will outnumber children under 18. So dependent population will be more, especially in the old age. By the late 2070s, the global population aged 65 and older is projected to reach 2.2 billion, exceeding the number of children under 18. So the dependent population is increasing, and by the mid 2030s, those aged 80 and over will outnumber infants 1 year of age or less, reaching 265 million. So here they are saying that owing to the kind of increase in, अभी हमने पढ़ा था, that is age, average lifespan. On the other hand, the fertility will, all these will contribute to this increasing old age people. Now for some populations, immigration will be the main driver of future growth. Countries like Australia, Canada, etc. now also they are more dependent on migration, that is people have to go and settle there. A lot of vast areas which are completely secluded. Excuse me. So immigration, for the first time they have included net immigration rate also here. Immigration is projected to be the main driver of population growth in 52 countries and areas through 2054, and in 62 through 2100, and that includes countries like Australia, Canada, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and the USA, which are dependent on the immigration or the migration. Because of their less population, at the same time again fertility levels are going down and increasing aged population. So for the economy to boom, we need working population. Now how will that happen? That will be because of the migration. However, in 14 countries already experiencing ultra low fertility, immigration is likely to contribute to reducing population size through 2054. So 14 ऐसे countries है जहाँ पे they are saying that because of the ultra low fertility and also immigration, so वहाँ population increase होने की जगह it is decreasing. Okay. Now in 50 countries and areas, immigration is projected to attenuate the decline in population size due to sustained low levels of fertility and an older age structure. However, in 14 countries and areas already experiencing ultra low, this reducing population will be witnessed through 2054. The next important fact that they have highlighted in the report is that gender equality and women's empowerment help to counter rapid population growth or decline. Obviously, when they are given proper education, proper facilities and all that, that will help them take informed decisions about the family planning and all. Discrimination and legal barriers limit women and adolescents' access to sexual and reproductive health services. Many times it happens. Raising the legal marriage age and integrating family planning into primary healthcare itself can enhance women's education, economic participation, and reduce childbearing. Because though it is important for us to maintain that population, but on the other hand, we have we have to focus on reducing the population as well. So one of that ways is to raising the legal marriageable age, integrating family planning into the primary healthcare, so that women can avail the sexual and reproductive health services easily. Okay, now majority of the facts and figures are highlighted, including India. Now few here. The population of India, which is expected to remain the world's largest throughout the century, will likely to decline by 12% after reaching its peak in the early 2060s at about 1.7 billion. Currently, it's close to 1.5 billion हमारा. So 1.7 billion होने के बाद slowly it will decrease rather than increasing. Other countries that are projected to see the size of their population shrink during the second half of the 21st century include India के साथ साथ ऐसे भी कुछ countries है जिनका श्रिंक होने के चांसेस है पॉपुलेशन का. दैट इंक्लूड बांग्लादेश, इंडोनेशिया, मोरक्को, पेरू एंड फिलीपींस. बट ऑन वन साइड दे आर सेइंग दैट इट विल इंक्रीज पीक. जो पॉपुलेशन पीक होगा वर्ल्ड का, वन ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटिंग कंट्री वुड बी इंडिया. ओके, बट एट द सेम टाइम इट विल नॉट बी दैट मच एज पर दिस स्टेटमेंट that it is going to decline after early 2060s to 2080s. पॉपुलेशन जब हमारा पीक हो जाएगा देन इट विल स्टार्ट डिक्लाइनिंग. ओके, लास्ट टाइम जब होमवर्क क्वेश्चंस दिए थे, दीज वर द क्वेश्चंस. साइंटिस्ट एट इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस बेंगलुरु, they have developed a sustainable hydrogel to remove the microplastics from water, addressing the global issue of plastic pollution. The hydrogel, made up of unique polymer network, can bind and degrade microplastics using UV light irradiation. So rather than long lengthy times, in very short duration, the microplastics can be removed sustainably. Who has been appointed as a nodal center for ISRO's Space Science Technology Awareness Training Program, that is START program, which is aimed at nurturing aspiring scientists and engineers in the field of space science and technology. The START program, conceptualized by ISRO, provides an introductory online platform covering various areas of space science research to the budding science and technology students. So here Gujarat Council on Science and Technology is the one that has been appointed as a nodal center for ISRO's START program. ये हो गया लास्ट का आंसर टू द होमवर्क क्वेश्चन. आज का होमवर्क क्वेश्चन है, द वर्ल्ड्स पॉपुलेशन इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू ग्रोइंग फॉर अनदर 50 or 60 years, reaching a peak of around how many billion people in the mid 2080s, up from the current 8.2 billion. Okay, after that we are expecting it will go down. ये एक क्वेश्चन हो गया. The population of India, which is expected to remain the world's largest throughout the century, will likely to decline by how much percentage after reaching its peak in the early 2060s at about 1.7 billion. Okay, so these two are the homework questions which we'll discuss the answers in the next class. So this is all from my end. Yes, now the forum is open for your queries, questions, whatever that you have on this current session, or any other doubts, any other questions you want to ask. And thank you very much for being with me so patiently. Yes, and please don't forget to like the session and share the session with your friends as well. Oh, I forgot to attach one slide related to the courses because I have been getting lots of queries on that. And one more important point, please, if you have any queries related to the courses or course offerings, you can always reach out to me on WhatsApp 8826550134. So इसका ये WhatsApp number है. On this you can send message and get immediate answers also if you don't want to send in app. And if you want to know more about the courses and course offerings also, you can directly go to Google Play Store. Okay, Google Play Store में जाके आप EduTerrain app download कर सकते हो. In that we have all the courses and their deliverables. Everything is mentioned very clearly. उसमें एक free content course है. Okay, it is of 1 rupee only. 1 rupee का course है. In that I have uploaded lots of free content related to every course. Okay, like ARD ESI current affairs, उसमें again current affairs related, static related, reports related, schemes related, so and live classes also. So if you can go through that, you'll have a fair idea on how the content is being covered, etc. Okay. एंड इफ़ यू स्टिल हैव एनी क्वेरीज, जैसे मैंने बताया व्हाट्सएप का है, और ऐप जो एडुटेरियन ऐप है उससे भी आप मुझे चैट कर सकते हो, और हमारे टेलीग्राम तो है ही। यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम, ऑफिसर्स चॉइस। ओके, नाबार्ड या फिर आरबीआई का जो भी स्ट्रैटेजी है, फर्स्ट थिंग इज़ व्हाट वी हैव कवर्ड। जो हमने कवर किया उसके बेसिस पे how we are going to cover the rest, that all forms your strategy only. So abhi tak humne, I was looking into that, 90 plus schemes we have covered, few in YouTube sessions and few in the form of PDFs which I have already uploaded on the your ESI course and ARD course. Reports and indices also we have done majorly on in YouTube sessions only, and others I have uploaded, we have covered that as part of the regular general current affairs, ESA current affairs and ARD current affairs. Okay, yes. Yes, officer's choice, I have already started working on that budget part. Next week में हमें we'll have two sessions exclusively on budget and 2 sessions exclusively on economic survey. There we'll look into what are the most important points and schemes जो भी उसमें उन्होंने highlight किया है, everything we'll discuss. Yes, we'll also discuss like what are the expected questions from the latest budget and economic survey. Okay. अच्छा, अनुलेखा, full length mocks मतलब currently I'm offering only merit sections at EduTerrain में अभी आपके लिए we have only merit sections. I'll be compiling few mock tests on from that only, that is merit section mock test only. Give me some time, once they are ready I'll let you know. Okay, that would be, I'll be uploading, once I upload I'll let you know that it is done. Okay, otherwise each and every chapter they have chapter test. Okay, करंट अफेयर्स का जो भी अपलोड हो गया है ऑलरेडी लॉन्ग बैक, जितने भी हो गए हैं वी हैव डन सेशंस ऑन दैट एंड विल डू मेनी मोर इन द कमिंग डेज एज पार्ट ऑफ रिविजन, बिकॉज कंटेंट मैंने बहुत पहले ही अपलोड कर दिया था डॉक्यूमेंट्स. सो एंड व्हाट एल्स, मेजरली कंटेंट अपलोड हो गया. वी आर इन रिविजन पार्ट ओनली, स्पेशली ESI current affairs and all that. ARD static part we are still doing, उसका 40% हो गया, 60% we'll be doing in the next few days. All set, everything is set. थोड़ा सा बीच में डिस्टर्ब हो गया था, but it's okay, better late than never. Yes, any questions, any more queries, any suggestions? I'll be more than happy to see your suggestions, because अभी हमें कई सारे schemes करने हैं. Though I have a list, I'm working on that, but I still request you all to come up with the schemes or the reports that you want me to cover as part of these YouTube sessions. See, I'm giving you open offer now, you have to utilize that. Okay. Okay, since I'm not getting any queries as such, I'm winding up this session here. We'll meet in the next session. Mostly कल से सुबह ही हम क्लास ले लेंगे, इतनी इवनिंग तक मैं I'll not keep you waiting. Okay, morning हम लोग कर लेंगे, so that by evening I can upload the PDF and you can revise that. Maybe schemes ज़्यादा cover करने के लिए we can have two schemes at in one session. The most important ones we'll be discussing. Okay, so thank you very much once again. Please take good care of yourself. Bye bye, good night.